When people come to feel that the rules of the game is fixed, that it's a rigged game, then they become disillusioned with the rule of law. That's when the danger of populism is at its most extreme. We're in such an era now. Many common people across the world feel that the game is somehow rigged against them. So they've grown skeptical of the rule of law, and that creates the opportunity for populist leaders, whether it's Donald Trump in America or Chavez in Venezuela, to stand forth and claim that they are the ones who really speak for the common people, and therefore they can subvert the rule of law. They think the institutions of the courts and the legislatures as being less important, and that's a great danger, I think. I think the great challenge for liberals is to reinvigorate enthusiasm for the rule of law. That means making the rule of law unrigged, that looking for ways in which the rule of law does in fact rig the game against the common people. But more important, I think, it's to remind people that what matters most to them is not some common movement, joining some collective the way the populist leaders want them to do, but rather that they can think of themselves as agents they can think of themselves as causes of their own lives, as agents that create their lives for themselves. Economic liberties are usually defended by liberals because of their long-term economic growth. That leaves the individual out. I think we need to think about the importance of economic liberty, not only because of these macro trends of growth, but just as important, we have to think about the role of economic liberties in people's private lives. We need to show individual people that becoming a self-starting economic agent is one of the most important parts of life. That when people can find their communities not in the workers' union, not in the not in some racist group, but rather find their identity in their own personal lives, in their families, in their friendships, in their communities. That's the domain of individual freedom rather than collective freedom. And to respond to the populist threat, we need to present people with an alternative view, a rival conception of life in America, a rival conception of life with economic liberty. And that's the link I think we need to make for the common people.